Hello everyone, today, we're taking you on a thrilling journey through the explosive events that unfolded on Days of Our Lives on February 10th. From heart-wrenching reunions to clandestine plots and power struggles, this day was packed with twists that left every resident of Salem reeling. If you missed today's live broadcast, sit back and join us as we dive deep into the dramatic details and emotional highs and lows that are shaking the very foundations of Salem. Fateful discovery at Blake's house. The day began with a stunning revelation when Kristen, ever the determined seeker of truth, discovered Ava tied up at Blake's house. But instead of launching into a rescue mission, Kristen was abruptly halted by an unexpected twist. A deeply emotional reunion with none other than the enigmatic woman in white. As the familiar figure of Rachel Blake, Kristen's long-lost mother, emerged from the shadows, the air was thick with tension and unresolved emotion. In a scene that tugged at every heartstring, Kristen's reunion with her mother was both joyous and painful. The reunion was laden with questions. Kristen bombarded her mother with inquiries about the shocking kidnapping of Ava. Rachel Blake, with a look of steely resolve and hidden sorrow, hinted at answers that were as dangerous as they were revelatory. It quickly became apparent that Rachel's intentions were far from noble. She seemed determined to persuade Kristen to leave Ava bound and held hostage. The rationale behind this disturbing request: to ensure that Ava stays away from Brady, thereby keeping the balance of power, and perhaps even love, in her favor. For Kristen, this was a harrowing choice: to rescue Ava or to abide by her mother's twisted plan in hopes of winning Brady's heart. Chase for the missing, Brady, Steve, and the truth about Ava. Meanwhile, far from the emotional chaos at Blake's house, Brady's intuition led him to a shocking discovery. Having spoken with Tripp over the phone, Brady learned that Ava was not in Hong Kong as she had claimed. Tripp's confirmation of this startling news set off a chain reaction. Brady, now filled with dread and determination, immediately teamed up with Steve to track down Ava. Their quest for the truth became an urgent race against time as every passing minute threatened to deepen the mystery of Ava's disappearance. Aftermath of the Jada incident, Paulina and Belle in a web of dark schemes. In another corner of Salem, the repercussions of the tumultuous Jada incident continued to unfold. Following that explosive episode, Paulina had previously called upon Rafe to step in as sheriff, a decision that has now drawn even more scrutiny. Today, Paulina delivered some deeply worrying updates to Belle, who has been growing increasingly anxious about the ongoing case against Jada. With EJ's dark schemes stretching further than ever, Belle finds herself questioning her own position as district attorney. Still relatively new in her role, Belle's concerns are mounting. If EJ's nefarious plans come to fruition, she fears not only for justice but for her very career. His desperate maneuvers, escaping through the tunnels. As the day wore on, EJ found himself in a perilous situation of his own. In a bid to evade the mounting pressure and hide his secrets, he attempted a daring escape through the labyrinthine DiMera tunnels. Jada, ever persistent, embarked on a mission to find him, almost breaching the secret room where EJ had cunningly hidden Rafe. Unbeknownst to Jada, Rafe was held captive in close proximity, his fate tied to EJ's increasingly desperate machinations. In a moment of sheer ruthlessness, Jada's confrontation with EJ in the basement forced him to take drastic action. That his secret could soon be exposed, Ij pulled out a syringe, one that promised to be a tool of lethal finality. With calculated precision, he injected Rafe with a knockout agent, rendering him unconscious. The grim outcome. Ij then whisked the incapacitated Rafe away to Blake's house, setting the stage for further dark revelations. Sean, and the quest for truth. Not all hope is lost, however, as alliances begin to form in the wake of these betrayals. In a quiet yet powerful moment of vulnerability, Jada turned to Sean for support. Sharing her burning accusations against Ij, Jada managed to get Sean to admit that fabricating evidence is precisely the kind of underhanded tactic that Ij would resort to. In the midst of this intense exchange, Sean's comforting presence began to mend the emotional wounds that Jada carried. Their burgeoning relationship hinted at a possible romance, a beacon of hope amidst the surrounding darkness, offering the promise that, together, they might finally expose the treachery that has plagued Salem. Turmoil and uncertain futures. February 10th has proven to be a day that encapsulates the very essence of days of our lives, a tapestry woven from threads of heartbreak, betrayal, and an unyielding quest for truth. Kristen's shocking reunion with her estranged mother, Rachel Blake, has set off a chain reaction of emotional turmoil and difficult choices that will ultimately determine Ava's fate. With Ava's kidnapping still shrouded in mystery and the pressure mounting to keep her away from Brady, Kristen finds herself at a crossroads, forced to weigh her loyalty to her mother against her own moral compass. Brady and Steve's relentless pursuit of the truth about Ava's whereabouts underscores the urgency of a situation that could spiral out of control at any moment. In the shadows of these personal battles, EJ's dangerous escape through the DiMera tunnels and his ruthless actions to silence Rafe paint a picture of a man cornered by his own secrets that threaten to implode the very foundations of Salem's power structure. Saga continues. As we close the chapter on this dramatic day in Salem, the questions remain. Will Kristen ultimately decide to follow her mother's sinister plan to keep Ava hostage, sacrificing her own integrity for the promise of winning Brady's love? Force her to take a stand against the dark legacy that Rachel represents? Can Brady and Steve find Ava in time to save her from a fate worse than silence? And will Jada, with Sean's support, be able to expose EJ's web of deceit before it's too late? We want to hear your thoughts and predictions. Share your theories in the comments below. What do you think will happen next, and how will these intertwining storylines reshape the future of Days of Our Lives? For more exclusive updates, detailed analyses, and all the dramatic twists and turns that make Salem the unforgettable, unpredictable town we all love. Keep your eyes on Salem, because in this town, every secret hides a storm, and every heartbeat sets the stage for the next explosive revelation.